Chapter 1. Prelude to Chaos. The Connolly family house, once a bustling haven, sat shrouded in uncanny silence. Seated in their familiar time-worn living room, Rebecca, Amelia, and Nathan each wondered why they had been summoned. Their mother, Mrs. Rosalind Connolly, a woman of stern but gentle countenance, held in her hands the worn, leather-bound ledger. It was a familiar object to them, a record of their collective sacrifices and dreams over the last decade. Each entry in the ledger was a testament to their struggle against poverty. Every cent meticulously saved over the years was a step closer to their shared dream of a life beyond their meager means. But tonight, the ledger bore a message far from hopeful. Rosalind's voice, filled with despair they had never heard before, echoed in the room. "The money, it's gone. Our savings, 10 years' worth, vanished." Chapter 2. Trust Unraveled. Like a hammer shattering glass, Rosalind's words sent disbelief and betrayal through the room. The siblings, once each other's pillars of strength, now faced off in suspicion. Rebecca, the eldest, was a responsible woman who had diligently balanced her part-time nursing job with medical school, constantly contributing to their savings. Amelia, the free-spirited middle child, lived life on her own terms, her pockets often suspiciously flush with cash despite their circumstances. The youngest Nathan was a dreamer, his artistic talent often taking a back seat to his quiet, observing nature. This revelation sowed the seed of suspicion amongst them, eroding their trust in each other. Resentment, anger, and betrayal came to the forefront, tearing at the fabric of their familial bonds. The Connolly household, once a sanctuary of peace, was now a battlefield of suspicions. Chapter 3. Digging into the past. Rebecca, unable to stand the turmoil, decided to step up. She knew her siblings too well. Surely they couldn't have done it. As she delved into the lives of Amelia and Nathan, she unearthed secrets that both troubled and surprised her. Amelia's occasional windfalls, it turned out, came from her involvement in high-stakes poker games, casting a shadow of doubt on her. Nathan's sketchbook held a different story. Page after page filled with sketches of exotic places far removed from their small-town existence pointed towards his desperate need for escape. But was it desperate enough to lead to betrayal? Meanwhile, Amelia and Nathan, in their quest for truth, stumbled upon a haunting fact about Rebecca. Her nursing job earnings were barely covering her mounting medical school debts. Was Rebecca's situation dire enough to drive her to steal from her family? Chapter 4. The Truth Unveiled. A significant break came in the form of an uncashed check found in Amelia's room. The amount was identical to the missing funds, and the discovery pushed the family toward a confrontation. Cornered, Amelia admitted to her poker dealings and borrowing from the fund, but vehemently denied stealing. Nathan, not one to sit quietly, revealed Rebecca's financial woes. In his eyes, her desperation made her equally suspicious. The tension in the room reached a boiling point until a heart-wrenching revelation punctuated it. Rosalind, their loving mother, had been battling a terminal illness, a truth that had spurred Rebecca's intense focus on medicine. Chapter 5. The End of Illusions. The ledger, once a symbol of hope and unity, now sat heavy with Rosalind's confession. She had spent the money on her growing medical bills, hiding her disease to keep her children from despair. The missing funds, it seemed, weren't stolen, but used in a desperate bid to fight death. The harsh truth softened their hardened hearts. The accusations they had hurled at each other seemed trivial in the face of their mother's plight. They had begun this journey with a dream of escaping poverty, but ended up on a tumultuous path that tested their bonds and understanding of each other. In the end, the mystery that had threatened to tear them apart brought them closer, forging a bond stronger than ever before. The Connolly family found their true treasure not in escaping poverty, but in understanding the depth of their love, the strength of their bond, and the sacrifices they were willing to make for each other. It was a story of love, of sacrifice, and a family that weathered the storm together.